To brief on the agendas of the French President François Hollande's visit to India on the occasion of Republic Day, the Ambassador of France to India, François Richier, held a press conference on January 22nd at his residence in New Delhi.
Second visit of Mr. Hollande to India in his tenure, and the fifth time a French dignitary is invited as chief guest of Republic Day. I see this as a very important signal of the very long-term and deep and friendly relationship between France and India. The President will land in Chandigarh Sunday around 1 o'clock, something like that, and we'll spend a few hours in the city beautiful. And this will include a visit of the city, museum, and some specific spots, and an economic for the Indo-French forum, which will take place there with the French delegation, and a series of engagements organized with business community in Chandigarh. And a series of economic MOUs will be signed of different nature, and in particular partnerships between French and Indian companies. Now Chandigarh has embarked in a new project, which is to make Chandigarh the smart city, the top smart city in the 21st century. For that, we are very keen to partner. This issue was discussed during the visit of the Prime Minister in Paris in April. Two other cities are partnering with France, that is Nagpur and Pondicherry, but in this case we are visiting Chandigarh, and MOUs will be signed on this particular question of smart city development. Added to that is the study which is now being conducted by French railways and Indian railways on semi-high-speed train between Delhi and Chandigarh. Chandigarh is not far away, and today there is an upscale railway line that will make the city beautiful, one of the closest cities from Delhi, and probably that will contribute highly to boost the relationship with Chandigarh and business and culture. Solar Alliance was launched in Paris during the Climate Change Summit in November, and again we are trying to turn this into reality pretty quickly, and we will unveil black and the first founding stone of the future building. But that will not be all. We hope to announce elements for a program of work, even before the building exists, plus financial commitments to ensure that the project to widespread solar energy and solar technology throughout the countries between the tropics will start quickly, because it's, the Solar Alliance is indeed a key feature for the implementation of the Paris Agreement. I think the focus that we foresee are in grossly two domains and a third one. So highlight will be on terrorism. No need to remind you of the situation in which we are at present, state of emergency, military operations in Syria and Iraq, but also in Africa, permanent threats, all this, and situation in India, no need to describe either. We will also work on energy storage. We will have also announcement in the field of space. So we have a long-standing French cooperation in space with two joint satellites which exist. We will launch new projects of space program in relation with observation of and prevention of climate change. We will have also a project in the wind energy. Investments will be announced. We will have the new progress in the conceptual marine biotechnology research center, which was announced in April, but now the program is there. It's only now to launch it and to inaugurate the construction, but the concept is there. And a couple of others, so this element will be very high in the agenda. There will be also, this is my third element, an economic piece. It will take place in Chandigarh, as I said, with a business delegation from both sides meeting there, CEOs forum, and a series of announcements, partnerships in the business area afterwards. We will have new steps in sports, in the field of football. Last year, MOU was signed between the Indian Federation, Football Federation, with the French counterpart, and Paris Saint-Germain team will be in the French delegation. And lastly, we'll have 3 additional MOUs between higher education institutions from France and Indian counterparts, so as to boost the exchanges in higher education.
Although terrorism, International Solar Alliance, and Smart City, as expected, formed a few of the highlights, Richier refrained himself from commenting on the much-awaited Rafale deal.